in-game players to play with as well, a new squad in every aspect of the word for AS Roma as we welcome them into the eFootball Pro season.
We welcome them in, Harry, but with those players that they've brilliantly acquired, they've got to be a serious title contender, no?
I think you're right about that. When you look at Kepa and Roxa in co-op play, two of the best in my eyes that I've seen play. I think they're criminally underrated. And then you add in Venom, who's shown that he can be explosive as he sprints forward on the counter-attack. What a finish! Unbelievable. I've stolen the commentary from you. And look at Roxa. He's impressed by what he's just seen by their new teammate, that man right there. What a finish.
You know what? I'm happy for you to steal it because these boys might have just stolen some AS Roma fans' hearts because they've started like a house on fire. We were talking about them being possibly title contenders, and what a way to reaffirm that sentiment. A stunning break through the middle, sliced pass, and the finish over the goalkeeper. Calm, composed, brilliant.
Wrong team, mate. Wrong team. But I'll allow it because that was brilliant.
I know.
Es Venom with a quality finish. And we never really saw that too much out of him in the previous season when he was playing for Arsenal. Almost seemed a little bit lacking in terms of service. Had to do quite a lot of defensive work. And hopefully we see more of the attacking capabilities for Venom as he breaks his duck in just under 10 in-game minutes. It was about 5 minutes gone. His first goal for Roma in eFootball Pro, a dream start for them.
Yeah, here's another one for you. That must be like as hard as a rock to take there for FC Barcelona as they slid through and the shot had so much venom and it was over the Kepa, i.e. keeper. Anyway, moving on. 10 minutes gone and it's AS Roma on the attack again. It's Edin Dzeko. It's turned home and AS Roma are taking eFootball Pro Season 2 by storm.
It's Venom again, the sucker punch. The man on the far right-hand side, he has found his home here. 2 goals in quick succession. It's a smart little finish. And what a tremendous return. I actually saw 2 different players go for the same ball there, so I'm not entirely sure it was Venom who turned it home. We'll get confirmation of that in just a second. It looked like Venom from where I was sitting, but wow, what a dream start for Roma.
Yeah, they've really lit up the stage here. And if they continue like this, they could be well on their way to team of the Matchday 1 in terms of performance because we expected them to produce. But to produce so quickly, 50 minutes gone, and they're in again here. It's Edin Dzeko. Great defending from Gerard Piqué. Or is he given a free kick? That he has, and it's a huge chance here. Mkhitaryan from just inside the D, a chance for 3-0. What a great start by AS Roma, and that surely might be goal of the day.
Roxa with a rocket. I think that Barcelona thought he was going to curl this one over the wall. Roxa made them second guess themselves. Look at the keeper just edge over the wall and he's just fired it, Roxa, into the back of the net. We haven't even had a chance to talk about FC Barcelona yet, Adam, and their new look roster because it's 3-0. It's 3-0 in 17 minutes.
Great minds think alike because I was literally going to come to you and say, should we be expecting this looking at the Barcelona lineup?
Well, the way they've assembled this team is obviously built around the Palma, now captain, of course, the Spaniard, brings in a fellow compatriot, Alex R. He's the youngest player in this competition, born in 2004, if you ever want to feel old. And then bringing in Alex CRD, it seems on paper, Adam, a tremendous 2004. it
Silly.
seems a tremendous kind of play style on paper. You know, you have these two brilliant dribblers with the Palmer and Alex GRD, but just goes to show you need a bit of defensive work rate in there, and I'm not sure whether or not they feel a little bit hard done by.
They're in here.
So
He just took a heavy touch.
Forward.
And Paul Lopez was able to smuggle the danger away. It's a good response from Barcelona, but they've left themselves with a huge mountain to climb, and a climb that is not even of their own doing, because they've simply been blown away here by AS Roma. And we often like to save the best till last here, and this performance from AS Roma so far has certainly lived up to that, as Mkhitaryan now has a chance to counter-attack here, and this is playing really into Roma's hands now, because these three are so lethal on the counter-attack, and a lot of other teams, Harry, will be looking on here and thinking, here we go, they could be right up there.
Very good counter-attacks so far from Roma. They always have runners in behind. Just watch when they win the ball back. They're always looking for that man in behind. This time it's going to be Venom on this near side. But it's so lethal. The plus side for Barcelona so far is still the first half. You still have another half to maybe turn it around. You win the second half, then, well, you have obviously a great chance of getting some points back. But, well, 3 goals down before half-time even approaches. It's, like you say, an absolute dream start for Roma.
Of course, they can't switch off, because when they've got the likes of Alex GRD in their ranks, Barcelona, of course, he is usually pretty lethal in front of goal, and often touted by many of the other players in eFootball Pro as one of the greatest offensive players in the game. As Lionel Messi now joins the attack on this right-hand side, skips. Oh, lovely footwork there. Tries to evade the challenge this time. Almost broke through there, Alex Giardi. Now Sergio Busquets plays it. Oh, a lovely through ball there again from Alex. But I think the Palmer it was who just couldn't quite get on the end of the pass. I mean, they've been blown away, Harry, but they've responded outside of scoring. They've responded okay in this last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, just certainly finding their feet now, as we see Roma playing it very safe. You can tell their intent on the attacks is to go for that counter, bring out the Barcelona back line, get runners in behind. But yeah, 3 shots, 3 goals. They've limited this on paper potent Barcelona attack to just the 1 shot in the first half. Very complete half from Roma. Looking forward to seeing what they can do, not only in the second half to come, but also the rest of the season, because like we touched upon, I mean, this on paper team, Roma, should be up there towards the top end of the table, and taking a big scalp like Barcelona early on in the season, oh, it's a great way to do it. It's a great way to throw your name in that conversation.
Indeed. How much do you know about Alejandro, Harry, the man born in 2004? Newcomer to the Barcelona contingent this year?
The extent of my knowledge is that he is born in 2004. We heard it as well from Dominator, as a shot from Kepa is saved. That, you know, Alex R is a new player. They don't really know too much about him, so he's certainly a player that maybe could make a name for himself. But I tell you what, if he's going to do so, he needs to stop this Roma attack. It's a great stage to make a name for yourself. You're thrown into the highest level of eFootball PES, but I don't want to use the phrase out of his depth. He's certainly in the deep end, though, has to be said.
Just, if my maths is correct, just 16 years of age, and he's gracing us on the greatest stage with his presence. But they've got a lot of things to suss out here, Barcelona, and one thing I am noticing from up here is that quite a quiet bunch, the lads from Barcelona. There's not too much talking between them. Do you think that might be a negative in the long run?
Potentially. Again, it depends how much Alex GRD knows of Spanish. Obviously, the two Spaniards on his team, I can imagine the most logical language to use for them would probably be English. So, yeah, quite limited in their communication. It could certainly limit them in the long run. There's a real chance here actually for Barcelona. Oh, such a chance there for Alex Art. But, I mean, we hear different clubs in the eFootball Pro, Adam, like Manchester United. We heard how much they were communicating. But football's a universal language, so we'll have to see, again, if we ever get a chance to hear their communication, how much they are actually talking to one another.
Mancini yellow carded there for that foul as Pau Lopez hacks downfield. A goal for Barcelona might just make things a little bit more interesting. At this moment in time, it's very, very comfortable for AS Roma after scoring 3 inside 17 minutes. If you missed the start of this match, if you went for a cup of tea or a quick toilet break, then you've missed one of the greatest trio of goals this game has seen. A stunning counter-attack and chip. A blast into the top left-hand corner. And a simply stunning 20-yard free kick into the bottom right. Almost a perfect hat-trick in terms of a team hat-trick. As Martin Braithwaite now plays it through. And it's an easy save.
I feel like this Barcelona team, Adam, might be one of those that matures the more time they have in competition together, and that's a massive mistake.
Oh dear, they're going to have to mature pretty quickly because they are being put to the sword. And there's some disappointed faces here because they know that at this level, that is simply not good enough.
Well, that surely now confirms the result for Roma. I believe it's Venom's third of the match, and that would be a match ball for him. I'd be handing it over to him well, first and foremost, if he is the scorer of this hat-trick, because I'm still not sure about that second goal, but also if we were in the studio, I'd be handing over the match ball in the post-match interview. But this is a big defensive error for Barcelona. This is one game you just need to take lessons from and learn from it. The result now is out of their hands. I don't think there's any question about that. You can throw as many bodies as you like forward. With the experience of Roxa, the experience of Kepa, they know how to see these games out. So it's going to be really difficult for them to get anything from it. So now it's just time, if you're Barcelona, to maybe shore up defensively and try and learn how to defend as a team.
Yeah, I would also look to damage limitations, of course, but I would definitely now look to this second game because we're talking about this as if it's done and dusted, but they've still got a second game to play, and if they can eradicate a few of those defensive errors, I mean, outside of the 17 minutes in the opening period where they were blown apart, they've done okay. They've not performed possibly to how good they feel they should be, but they've done okay, not too bad.
There have been a couple of opportunities for them where there's been some great runs been made by the Palmer, but Alex GRD has just overhit the pass, or the run just needed to be a bit quicker. They're coming forward here though, as the pass can't find its way back to the edge of the box, but there is the confirmation hat-trick for Venom here in the first game. What a player he is.
Yeah. Griezmann tries to find Lionel Messi. He's had a quiet afternoon by his standards, as have Barcelona as a whole. One of the great global powerhouses of the game we love. And there you go, Los Scandalo, Venom at the top with 3. And of course, Venom's got another game to play after this, and he's not done yet. He's still got 20 minutes here. So he's got 110 minutes, if my math serves me correctly, to top the league goal-scoring table by the end of today. Of course, kills you on 2, and Kepa again from AS Roma obviously can top the assist pile as well. So it could be a clean sweep for AS Roma. And if they were able to win the second game today, they could be top of the all-important league table as well. And that would be some start to life in the Season 2 of the eFootball Pro. But what a response from Antoine Griezmann. And that is what they can do, Harry, if they put their mind to it.
Well, Alex GRD, what a hit this is. With his compatriot, Antoine Griezmann, makes the goal difference sting a little bit less from this game. It's not, again, it's not pretty, is it? It's deflections galore, not only from the free kick, but also from the ensuing pass. But Alex GRD with the left foot of Antoine into the roof of the net. That's a neat little finish, and one that will not only get Alex GRD off the mark, it will get Barcelona off the mark for the season as well. Takes the pressure off going into that second game. And again, the result at this point is a foregone conclusion. I don't think there's enough time, and Roma are too smart and savvy to concede 3 more in 15 in-game minutes. But that helps them out with a bit of confidence, a bit of mentality going into the second match.
Yeah, and what's important, and something I alluded to earlier, I know you can't, but if you did take that opening 17 minutes out of this game, Barcelona have played some nice stuff, and the score would be 1-1. It's obviously that's not how football works, but you could take quite a few positives out of this game if you are in a Barcelona team that has suffered, a pretty damaging result.
Yeah, you try and settle into the match, don't you, if you're Barcelona. Once the result is kind of out of your hands at 4-0, you just say, right, let's just get touches on the ball. Let's settle ourselves down. This is where we're going to be seated. This is how we're going to play the rest of the season out. It's a long old season. And I know I said earlier on you don't get the results back, but you've got to settle yourself in early. Hitting the ground running is so important in eFootball Pro. And, well, Alex GRD is off the mark, as is Roxa and Venom so far in this match as well.
Yeah, and we touched on Alex GRD's attacking impetus and how he only needs one chance. Well, hello. It's another goal for Barcelona. And have we given in this game the commentators' kiss of death? Are they still alive in this match? Because it's Barcelona 2, AS Roma 4. And now we have a game on our hands, Harry, because we still have 10 minutes to play. Could we be seeing one of the greatest comebacks the game has seen?
Okay, so at 4-1, you think, yeah, the game's gone. At 4-2, you sit up in your seat a little bit more. You maybe start to take notice. I'm excited. It's still a difficult mountain to climb. 2 goals in 10 in-game minutes. Not impossible, absolutely not, but very, very difficult. It would be one of the all-time great comebacks, and the youngest player in the league is now off the mark as well.
Well, here we go again. It's Antoine Griezmann. A chance for 4-3. He's pulled it back. He just can't quite find a Barcelona player on rushing into the area. But, well, we use this term quite a few times, but it certainly is squeaky bum time now for AS Roma as the ball's played out towards the right-hand side, in towards Griezmann again, and he's having some performance now in this second half. 5 minutes remaining. Just when we thought the game was dead and buried, Barcelona to score 2 brilliant goals, and Antoine Griezmann almost makes it 3. Had that have gone in, Harry, well, corner ball.
Yeah, Alex, this time they scored 1 moment previous. Those are the types of shots that need to find the back of the net, though, if you really want to make this comeback a reality. Time's ticking down, though. They need a goal soon.
In towards the back post, headed down, but cleared away. Cristante finds Edin Dzeko. One back. And Ramos plays it forwards. Barcelona come again through Philippe Coutinho. Pushed off the ball far too easily there. But still in Barcelona possession. Now, a goal now would give them stoppage time to score one of the most unlikely equalisers we've seen in eFootball Pro, but it's been turned down the other end, and you feel now it is just too little too late as Ter Stegen fires the ball up towards Braithwaite, heads down towards Messi, support on the left and right from Coutinho and Griezmann. It's through to Griezmann, he pulls it back. Why didn't he shoot, Harry? It was on. It will not matter. It's finished here. Barcelona 2, AS Roma 4, but Harry, it could have been 4-3.
Oh, the pullback was there. The shot was there. In the end, the pullback finds no one. And I'm not saying it would have been possible from there on out, because I don't think there was enough time left on the clock anyway. Sorry to burst the bubble of the dream. But what a scintillating comeback, almost completed by Barcelona there from such a difficult position, 4-0. Again, it's one of those where if you're playing against Barcelona here, you stand up and you take notice. You say, okay, it's not going to be very easy to just score 4 goals and run off into the sunset. They're gonna score goals. They're gonna penetrate us here. So it's going to be difficult for the defense to stay strong, especially in this game 2 coming up.
Yeah, one thing I noticed there, well, 2 things. One, Alejandro looked very, very calm and composed for such a young man. And number 2, I've got 3 actually, and number 2 of the 3 is AS Roma can certainly be got at, and we thought they were infallible at one point. And number 3 is Barcelona can, and possibly maybe, a bigger force in this opening match day than we thought, because now we've got a second game, and all the momentum, even though they lost that first game, is in the Barcelona contingent, Harry.
Yeah, I think a lot of the reason they hemorrhaged those 4 goals in the opening 20 minutes, or the 3 goals, I should say, is because of how down the throat Roma like to play. We saw it from their goals, the long ball over the top, looking for players getting in behind. It can be so difficult, especially when you are a new team that isn't able to communicate maybe as efficiently as some other teams. It can be so difficult to deal with those types of attacks, and Roma, I expect to see that kind of blueprint from them in every single match day coming forward, constantly looking for the counter attack and that ball over the top. It's a very efficient way to get in behind the defense, especially those that are playing a high line. So a young team like Barcelona, again, built around the Palmer, Alex GRD and Alex R on his side as well. They're going to have to learn to play a bit more defensive, at least in the opening half an hour, maybe entirety of the first half, while some of the Roma runners in behind lacking a bit of stamina and burn out their energy. That would be maybe something I look for if I'm Barcelona here entering game number 2.
Indeed, we are certainly poised for quite the battle in this second game. 3 points on the board for AS Roma. Can they make it 6 and potentially top the league in match day 1? Or will Barcelona get off the mark, leaving, I believe, only Celtic on 0 points? As I'm just seeing more replays of some of the ruthless finishing from both sets of teams, Harry. There weren't too many missed chances.
There weren't, and when we saw those kind of half chances come to Barcelona and the likes of, well, both Alexes really, it's good to see that they are capable of scoring goals. They have the talent and the quality in their roster to turn these types of goals away. So unfortunate if you are AS Roma that 2 deflections led to that second goal. But Griezmann, Messi, such a strong lineup here for Barcelona in terms of forwards. If they can sort that defence out, then Roma might be in for a tough time.
What do you foresee in the second game, Harry? I know you like predictions. What are you going with?
I think if Barcelona can stem the attack of Roma, we saw in the first half, Roma were just running riot. They could not keep tabs on any of the Roma runners. I feel like Barcelona have a better shot in the second half. I feel like we're going to see much of the same. I think Roma have a definite defined play style. I saw them win a competition they played before the eFootball Pro League. I believe it was the Roma Invitational, it was called. And they scored very, very similar goals. They have a definite style of play that they like to employ, and it is going for those balls in behind and runners in behind the defence. So you keep tabs on the runners, you take those runners out of the game. Maybe Roma don't have a plan B, and maybe that's where you move forward if you are Barcelona, and maybe try and steal some attacks up the other end.
Yes, of course. Remember, you can follow all of this action on some of the official club channels as well. And we will be mentioning Goal of the Day and MVP awards as well when we see you back in the new year for Matchday 2. But don't you be going anywhere just yet, because this second game and the final game of the Matchday promises, Harry, to be quite stellar.
Yeah, when you look at these two teams on paper, I mean, the squad that the Palma has assembled here on Barcelona, it fits the mentality and the club philosophy, doesn't it? With the Palma being such an accomplished dribbler, I mean, combining him with Alex Giardi on a squad that has the likes of Griezmann and Messi, as we mentioned previously, it certainly fits the philosophy of FC Barcelona. So if you can get their attack going with some stout defence behind, maybe Alex the youngster can come in and put in a defensive shift, I think this Barcelona team could be really, really dangerous come the rest of the season. But I feel like they're a team that needs to gel. I mean, you look at Alex Giardi and the Palma last season. I mean, both won awards. They won, well, Alex Giardi won the best goal award in Matchday 4, and of course was a semi-finalist the year previous with FC Nantes. So he has some pedigree behind him. The Palma, of course, best goal winner on Matchday 5 as well. So there's talent on this Barcelona team. There really is. They just need to tap into it, and I think it all starts from a solid defensive performance.
Yeah, they certainly can't afford to give teams a 4-0 head start out of the blocks. I know that much, and they'll be looking to do just that in this second game. Defensively more solid, while still maintaining an attacking threat. But they're in here already, AS Roma. Early warning signs. And for once, the finish wasn't quite as good as the attacking build-up.
Yeah, Edin Dzeko there with the chance. Bread and butter save, really, for the keeper. But half chance, it will worry Barcelona.
Corner to be taken on the far touchline in towards the near post, headed away by Gerard Piqué. And it's going to be another corner. Early pressure here for AS Roma, looking to give themselves the advantage for the second game running. Pedro. He's got Chris Smalling in there, of course, ex-Manchester United player. And now Diawara picks it up. Good strength to hold off Ansu Fati, who regains possession here, though, for Barcelona. Now it's got Braithwaite in support. Great challenge there from Mkhitaryan. But he's given away the pass, and now it's gone back in Barcelona possession. It's toing and froing here, and now it's a chance here. He's through. He's onside. He's passed it, but he should have shot surely. Harry, what on earth has happened there?
Oh, it looked set up perfectly. I actually think, as weird as it sounds, going for the pass there was the right idea, but the pass execution just not good enough. It's a surefire tap-in if you get the pass right, but oh, maybe he should have shot. Looking at that in hindsight, it's such a difficult situation to read.
The only way I can let him off is if it was an accident, but they're in again here, and he's hit the side netting. It had to be an accident for me. Harry, if he's meant to do that when he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, space all aside, of course, he is a professional and I am not. I'm just sitting here watching. But I think he's made a huge mistake there, especially in a game of this magnitude. After losing the first game, that would have given them a great start.
I still think he's going for the higher percentage chance. It's just the fact the pass has failed him there is really unfortunate. But Barcelona starting this one off so well. And it's the Barcelona we expected to kick off this season.
It is indeed. And now Roma looking to calm proceedings down. It's them this time that are almost being blown away as Braithwaite's in. And Pau Lopez claims this time fairly easily, but definitely the Barcelona we saw in the second half of the first game than we did in the first. And they're on the attack again here. They're trying to stranglehold AS Roma at the start of this match, trying to find this breakthrough, and AS Roma can't get out here. Panic stations all over. Left foot shot saved again by the goalkeeper. Crossed in towards the near post, and again Dembele hits the side netting.
Or Alex R with some great patience to just eke out a half chance, but then it's the other Alex GRD at the near post, just can't steer it on target. That's side netting. Well, it's going to need some seeing to, I think, by the groundsman. So many venomous shots coming onto that side of the net. Well, Roma, it's a complete different tale, isn't it, to what we saw in game number 1.
Indeed, and you felt it needed to be as well, because they were second best for large parts of that first half anyway, and the game was already dead and buried by then. But this is a completely different outfit, and I'm not sure if it's a combination of AS Roma dropping off because they sense this is a different Barcelona strategy as the shot comes in and turned wide. But AS Roma are all over the place at the back, Harry.
Yeah, defensively, they've not been authoritative as they need to be. And, well, a yellow card coming out as well. Barcelona look good.
In towards Sergio Busquets. And now drops to Dembele, hits it on the volley. Oh, what a lovely deft pass there. When everyone thought he might pull the trigger, didn't quite make it through. It does now. And they've got the goal that their territory deserves. And this is a whole new Barcelona team.
Well, what a goal this is from Barcelona. I believe it's Alex GRD who sets up the captain, the man who brought him, and I don't want to say poached him from Arsenal, but recruited him from the North London club. And it all comes from the second wave. Roma do not deal with it. It's a fired ball into Carlos Alenya, and it's De Palma, the captain, who brought Alex GRD to the club, who sticks it home to put Barcelona into the lead in a game which AS Roma have not been present whatsoever. They have, I don't even think they've had an attempt on goal, have they? I could be completely mistaken in saying that, but we haven't really seen any chances of conviction from Roma, and they're going to need to change that going into the second half, and of course for the remainder of the first.
Seems to be a bit of a reoccurring theme in match day 1, Harry. Tides that are sweeping from one way to the next in terms of the two games. We've got a team who dominates for large periods in the first, and then in the second game it's almost a complete opposite.
It is. It's often when you figure out teams' strategies, it can be a lot easier for you in the second game. The Roma lads right now are just talking over what they want to do differently. Strategy-wise, I would say let's have a listen, but it looks like they're ready to go. And every time I say that, they don't say anything. So we're just going to power through. We're ready to kick off again after the 30th minute. A very early substitute here from Roma. Clearly not happy with how their team is performing so far.
Yeah, and of course, another reason for the possible change of tides in the two matches, in the individual games, is the sheer quality of every team involved. And as you said, as soon as they figure out a weakness, they go straight for it, and it's Lionel Messi.
Oh
and that right there
is
one of the greatest bits of skill in football prowessing. The footwork from Lionel Messi was simply incredible.
Alex R, enjoy your 10,000 euros. We are not going to find a better goal than that on match day 1. What an incredible turn this is, to turn the defender inside. The little roulette and then the finish. Oh, it's sumptuous, and this is what I expected to see out of FC Barcelona. A team built around flair, around dribbling like this. What do you do? There is nothing you can do. What a goal.
I mean, we've seen some great strikes today from distance. But that right there, from a man who we said, Harry, what do we know about this man? Born in 2004. Well, quite simply, that's all you need to know. He has got some majestic talent. One of the greatest goals we've seen today, and might be one of the greatest goals we will see all season long. In the situation that they find themselves in a crucially important high-pressure match, to deliver that kind of skill is tip of the hat. Oh, but Roma, a straight back down the other end. And just when we're waxing lyrical about Barcelona from an attacking point of view, they completely switched off, Harry.
Well, you know what? When I saw the fixture list for Matchday 1, I had a look at this fixture on Match 5, Roma versus Barcelona, and I thought, you know what? This has all the makings of an absolute goal fest. And boy, I'm glad that I have not been disappointed here. It's a bit of a defensive mistake, you'd have to say. Barcelona need to be a bit more authoritative on the ball and, you know, get there first. A bit more urgency needed, but it's a lifeline for Roma, isn't it? They haven't had a sniff all of the first half, and, well, they've just halved the deficit now going into the remainder.
Paul Lopez. A chance to breathe, Harry, because it's been an incredible opening 37 minutes or so in this second game. Roxa, Venom and Kepa, bottom left hand of your screen, playing for AS Roma, and the partner Alex R and Alex GRD for FC Barcelona on the bottom right. Two incredibly talented teams with two incredibly different styles. And Harry, what would you think in terms of the two styles that you've seen? What do you think in terms of the longevity of the tournament and who could go all the way? Who have you been most impressed with over the two games so far? Well, I'm going to hold that thought because Braithwaite's in again here. He's found Lionel Messi. Are we going to see another moment of magic? He's pulled it back. He's played it across. It's Braithwaite. Oh, he should have gone far post, Harry.
Hindsight is 20/20, isn't it? Oh my goodness, what a real chance for Barcelona to reinstate their 2-goal lead. They have a corner still to come, but great patience, as you said. Maybe pull the trigger there.
Right. So, first really big opportunity missed in the two games so far. And it's come for Barcelona, and the score, crucially, is only 2-1. That would have given them a 2-goal cushion, and they've got to put it out of their heads, though. If they allow it to weigh on their minds, they could definitely be punished by a rampant attacking Roma team. Pedro on the near touchline. Whipped in towards the near post, headed away. And Sifati, challenged by Diawara, back to Ramos, hooks it away, up towards Dembele. Good, strong aerial challenge coming in there from Giavo. Now Lionel Messi. Crowded out there. Deep into added on time at the end of the first half. Is there another crucial turning point in this match from 2-0 down? saved by the goalkeeper. And that might be a crucial save in the scheme of these 3 important points, Harry.
Well, the Palmer with a couple of key manual saves to deny Roma an equaliser. What a game this has been.
I know it's been a long stream, Harry, but I think this game has exhausted me more than the rest. It's so hard to call.
Takes it out of you, doesn't it? So many goals, so much attacking play. And to come back to your question that you asked before that chance potentially came in for Barcelona to score their 3rd, I think in terms of which team has the longevity of this competition, which tactics certainly lend to the long-term success, I think Barcelona, purely because it's so hard to predict how and which way these guys are going, which way they're going to turn with these fantastic dribblers they have at their disposal. I think with Roma, we've seen a lot of their goals come from that long ball. I think if you, again, it's like I said previously, if you keep tabs on the runners, you stop the long ball in behind, I think then it becomes a much easier task for you to attack from. So yeah, I do worry for Roma. We're about to see if they have a plan B though.
Absolutely. It's Kiovo finds Edin Dzeko, obviously a hugely talented player always, but especially when stat balancing comes in, using that physicality. With Ter Stegen claims to cross easily at the first time of asking, and now Braithwaite tries to pinch the ball but loses out, and AS Roma come again. And this is a solid start to the second half here for AS Roma, as Tall is dispossessed by Ramos and hacked away. Are we going to see much more of this throughout the second half, Harry? Is it going to be all one-way traffic? Well, we may see that right now. Braithwaite down the left-hand side, in towards the danger area, smothered by the goalkeeper. And that might just answer that question, Harry.
Yeah, it's the Palmer with another really good chance. It's Carlos Alenya once more, who is running in deep from midfield. As we take a little look at the live league table, what this would do. We put both of these clubs in the top 6.
Oh, he's pinballing around. It's Tall. Oh, he had the chance to pull the trigger again, electing to go towards the near post, and it was blocked. If he had tried to curl it into that far bottom corner, he may have had some more luck. But again, as you said earlier, hindsight is such a beautiful thing in eFootball Pro. As Kiovo now finds Edin Dzeko, numbers over on the right-hand side. Oh, that's a late challenge on the edge of the area. I think the Roma players wanted a free kick, but the referee played on instead, and the chance goes away. And now he goes back for the caution.
Yeah, unfortunate, because I think there was a moment there where, again, I think it was Kepa and Venom just getting their wires crossed there. They didn't know who was in control of the player that the ball was coming to, so they both went for the same ball. And things are, just need to go Roma's way a little bit, you feel like, here in this second half, if they want an equaliser. Philippe Coutinho coming on, as is Trincao for Barcelona.
Because they expect that.
Really intriguing last period here in a fascinating second game. I mean, for different reasons, this game is just as entertaining as the first, Harry. It's more of a tactical affair, but it's intriguing nevertheless.
It is, and we just heard, I think it was from Roxa, tight marking on Coutinho, who of course has just come onto the pitch here for Barcelona. So they don't want Barcelona to counter-attack and use the Brazilians' pace against them. So maybe that might be a key piece of information going forward.
Coutinho on. And Fatu towards the back post. Lionel Messi queuing up. Griezmann queuing up. Hacked away. Barcelona looking to take this game away from Roma. A third goal now could kill it off, and Lionel Messi just couldn't stay on side there. Had he done, the pass could have been played, he could have been in, it could have been 3, but a lot of could have, would have, should have, as Edin Dzeko hacked down there by Sergio Busquets. Can they take advantage of... Oh, it's a red card, Harry.
Oh,
it looked like it
changes
could be
things.
debatable, but that changes things hugely.
Well, I thought it was a full-blooded challenge. I wasn't expecting the red to come out. Well, that's going to put so much pressure on Barcelona now, being a man down, and you can see the pause queued up to change things tactically, being a man down. And Roma might just fancy themselves here. They really should be. I mean, they would have been pressing for this equaliser anyway, but they might fancy themselves to go on and win the whole thing.
The only thing that would cost Roma now is overplaying, panicking, and feeling that added pressure that playing against 10 men can often bring. But to lose a player is so important, as Sergio Busquets in that position as well. As you said, it could be a real turning point. It was an interesting decision. I'm not saying it was a wrong one. It's difficult to see from here without an instant replay, of course, but it looked like a strong challenge. It looked like a challenge that was slightly from the side, slightly from behind. It's one of those that's in between a yellow and a red and could go either way for me.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, but that just pumps the brakes on now, doesn't it? It comes slamming to a halt if you're Barcelona. Maybe you think more about just seeing out this result for the 3 points as the throw-in comes to nothing. I think all eyes now are on AS Roma. If they want to be serious title contenders this season, they have 20 minutes to get at least a goal back here against Barcelona. And I think that's going to show their mentality here. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at this game.
That's definitely it. I think, that's a late challenge. If the first one's a red, you've got to ask questions if that's going to be a red as well. He's played advantage. He's played across the face. And just when you thought it was going to be all one-way traffic, Barcelona break, and they score a third, and it looks like they might have 3 points.
The goals that this Barcelona team are scoring are so good. The Palmer this time with the fake shot, the old cut in behind to find then the on-rushing Griezmann. I think it was Alex R who put it home. I'm not sure. We'll get confirmation in just a second, but credit to the Palmer. That was all he's doing. That takes the pressure off a little bit now. That 2-goal cushion. Yes, you're down to 10 men, but you have the 2 goals going your way, and the time is on your side here as well.
The thing that we know about a Barcelona setup is they will always play this wonderfully attractive, expansive, one-touch, tick-a-taka style of football. But they have to have to play it in order to actually make use of that. And it feels, Harry, I know we're very early stages, but it feels like these players might just be that. They've got to defend here as the ball gets played in towards the middle, and it's a chance. And once again, Harry, time and time again we've seen it, he's gone for the near post.
Just need to wrap your foot round it if you're Roxa here, don't you? Just again banking on maybe the manual goalkeeping shifting him the wrong way, but well, credit to Alex R that time, as we got confirmation it was actually the other Alex GRD, with his 2nd goal and 2nd assist here on Matchday 1.
Oh my god.
Absolutely incredible.
It is one thing we said about Alex GRD. If he's given a sniff, he will make a pay, and he's been absolutely clinical again today. Even in the first game when they were under the cosh, he was instrumental in both goals, as Chris Smalling tries a cheeky back heel. And what's the referee given here? Well, he's given a free kick right on the penalty spot, and many of the AS Roma fans thought he'd given a penalty, not to be.
Yeah, Roxa there just trying to steal the ball back in the penalty box scramble. Just, I mean, 2 goals down, just 10 minutes to go. It's looking unlikely, isn't it? Especially with Roma's long ball tactics. All Barcelona need to do is just try and sit back.
Hold that thought, because they're in again here. Oh, good defending. I thought it was going to be a case of the commentator's curse there. But again, poor decision-making from AS Roma in that final third, Harry.
It comes back to what we were asking of them, before this match. What is their plan B when the long ball isn't working out? What can they bring to the table? This one will be brought back for a Roma free kick. I mean, yeah, what do you say? They don't really seem to have a plan B so far. And credit to Barcelona, they've made the adjustments in this game too. And it looks like they're going to be coming away with the 3 points.
Headed away by Joao Pico. What's been so impressive with Barcelona, especially in this second game, is they look like a team who have been playing together for years. They seem to know each other's movements. They know where they're going to run, when to play the pass, when to take the shot. And for large parts, AS Roma have been chasing shadows. And when you concede 4 without reply in the first game, you start to question Barcelona. And they've given a potential champion's response another not nice challenge at all. Well, look at that footwork again from Lionel Messi. And the referee is again going to go to his pocket. The question is it yellow or red? Because it was another 50-50 looking decision, and he's given a yellow on this occasion. And Barcelona hacked the ball downfield too little too late. And it's AS Roma 1, Barcelona 3, and Barcelona have 3 points to add to Roma's 3. They're both on the board, Harry, and deservedly so.
Yeah, complete contrast between the two games. In game 1, Roma were rampant, but Barcelona bounced back in game 2, which is definitely what we want to see. I am so excited to see more of Alex R in the coming match days. That